Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And we're getting some endorphins going.
Oh yeah, feeling good.
What is it? What is it?
Tip of the tongue.
Ooh.
As with any shoe, there are some good things and bad things, so I will give you the full rundown.
Robbe, first off, why are people excited about the shoe? It's mostly because it's related to something.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so people were stoked about this shoe for quite some time since we've seen like leaked pictures of it and things like that late last year. The Saucony Endorphin Trail takes its name from the Saucony Endorphin series, which includes such amazing shoes as my favorite shoe, probably right now, the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2, or the first one is just as good. Endorphin Pro 2, or the first one's just as good. And the Endorphin Shift 2.
And the first one's just as bad.
Medium. Mediocre. So we were like super excited about this shoe because, I mean, checkers, and we're going fast, baby, right? On the trails, we're thinking speed roll, PWRRUN PB. And we got some of those things, but at the same time, it is not what you're thinking.
And just so you know, I haven't run in this shoe. This is purely a Robbe review. I'm just here to stand next to Robbe and do the hype stuff, like yeah, endorphin line, yeah.
He's got the endorphins. I got the endorphin shoe. I'm gonna include some thoughts from our other reviewers as well, because I only got one 9-mile run in this because I was like, I'm never wearing this.
He's never putting it back on. It was a fun 9-mile run. It was supposed to be 4 miles.
Yeah, it somehow turned into 9. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And during that run, how many times did you twist your ankle?
Like, both ankles 3 times? I don't know. Let's start with the upper. So on this, we have an engineered mesh upper. Pretty comfortable, lots of padding around the heel. Obviously, you got that wild checkerboard pattern. Really nice lockdown around the midfoot. You got a nice toe bumper on here. And this might be like the best / not so best part of the shoe. It's great in that it's super comfortable, but I'm telling you, and this, all our reviewers said this, it is not breathable. And if you get it wet, you are slogging.
And we did get it wet.
We did get it wet.
So how did it feel?
It was like we went through a creek and then up a pretty steep hill, and I was like, this.
Is it okay to talk about the weight now then? Because it rolls right into it.
Let's just get the elephant out of the room. This
is the elephant.
The elephant. Let's get it out of here. This thing weighs, and I have a tiny foot, right? Men's 7.5. Yeah.
Basically, sometimes people are like, Robbe's got to wear the women's size because they don't make shoes that small.
Might even be the women's. I don't know.
Anyway, by the way, you're gonna have to vacuum after this.
Hey,
it's got real dirt on it.
So this weighs for my size 7.5. It actually weighs 11.3 ounces or 320 grams.
320 grams.
Dude, 11.3 ounces. You know what shoe weighs 11.7 ounces? In my size 7.5, the freaking HOKA TenNine.
And if you're gonna go for a heavyweight shoe, don't you want one that you can talk about at parties?
And that you can run downhill in, like super fast stuff only.
Yeah. And that, you don't care about the weight when you're going downhill, right?
Right, so it's just a monumentally heavy shoe, which honestly,
Wait, I wear a size 10.5. If I were to take, say, your run-of-the-mill Under Armour trail shoe, which Under Armour's not even known for lightweight trail shoes, but this one I don't think is that heavy. This one size 10.5, 10.4 ounces, and this one weighs 11.3 ounces in Robbe size 7.5.
So that's just wild.
Like,
I mean,
I don't even know why modern company would do that.
This has to be probably one of the heaviest trail shoes I've ever worn.
It's got tons of rubber on it. Does that help?
Okay, so the rubber actually is one of the awesome parts about the shoe. I wasn't so convinced when I first got it because the Power Track rubber looks a little slick, but it's actually very sticky. You got 4.5 millimeter lugs on here that grip really well. And going across wet rocks and stuff like that, it actually did a fantastic job. So I will say that's like one of the best, if not best, parts of this shoe. Another nice part of the shoe is the PWRRUN PB cushion, which that's the same foam that's used in the Endorphin Speed and
it's weird. It doesn't feel the same.
But it's not the same. That's the thing. It's not the same density. Like the
durometer and all that.
The durometer is just not the same. It's like a high stack feel, but it's not you're not getting that same like feeling that you get from the.
Okay, my question would be, obviously when you're looking at this shoe, you're all excited as part of the Endorphin line. And the Endorphin line is a go fast line. This is like their speed lineup with the speed roll technology, with all that stuff. Does this shoe feel fast?
Yeah, so no, it doesn't feel fast at all. I mean, for obvious reasons, the weight. Now, I will say if you are going like on a straightaway or some hard pack or even a road surface, it starts to feel better because it has the speed roll technology that the other shoes have. So once it starts moving, you can. But if you're on like more technical terrain, you're going like side to side, it really actually kind of sucks. For one, it's a 36.5 millimeter stack height on the back. 4 millimeter drops, 32.5 in the toe. And that high stack height, there's just like no ground feel. You're going lateral, you're hitting stuff, I roll my ankles. Taylor said, he usually doesn't have a problem with that. He had some stability issues rolling that ankle.
Eesh. I mean, so let me just kind of like give you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing not a breathable upper. I'm hearing too high of a stack for the trail. I'm hearing it's heavy weight. I'm hearing that it doesn't drain water well.
Yes.
Doesn't breathe well.
Okay, see what's going on here. Things are not trending in the right direction.
It's gotta be an affordable shoe. What's the price on it?
Yeah, there's a lot of technologies in here and they're not gonna pay for themselves. So we're talking $160, which that's up there at the top range of the trail.
It's funny, we have, obviously we were out there when we were running in this shoe, we were also doing some stuff with Speedland. That's the other end of the spectrum.
That's very far ahead.
And then you have obviously lots of affordable options for the trail.
Brooks Cascadia, I think, is in that range, maybe. Anyways.
Yeah, but you're not telling me a lot of good news on this shoe.
Yeah, it's just like, I obviously wanted to love this. I think everybody's really looking forward to it. We had a lot of requests for this review, but just like the weight, and I just could not get past that. Now, some of our other reviewers, Alex and Kyle, they actually kind of enjoyed the shoe for like more of an easy run, maybe just like a nicer trail run.
Kyle's also out on buffed out California trails.
He is, so
it's basically dirt roads.
Yeah. And it, like I said, if you want an easy, a lot of cushion, and you are just like going like straight forward, maybe miles on nothing technical, then this can work for you.
Okay, so to give people kind of an idea where you're coming at from trail shoes, this was the East Coast, more technical trails. We were doing stream crossings, we were doing rolls, a lot of like unsturdy ground, like loose branches, loose rocks, loose mud,
quicksand, alligators.
So that's what we were running in, so that kind of gives you stuff. But also, Robbie, what would you say is one of your favorite trail shoes so that people could understand like where you might be comparing this to in your head?
I mean, honestly, my favorite trail shoe right now is probably the Salomon Ultra Glide. Like that really, I find, is like that perfect balance of like cushion, grip, stability, like all the things that you want in like a trail shoe that can go a pretty far distance. Now, I also like the feel of a lighter, fast weight trail shoe.
Like the Adidas?
Yeah, like the one that's on my feet right now. The HOKA Speed Ultra. That's a nice shoe. This is, I feel like, objectively speaking, this is still just too heavy. Yeah. But anyways.
I mean, I'm guessing that when you pulled it out of the box, you were excited.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
it was getting like
stoked.
This is one of those cases, like every once in a while we get a shoe and we're not excited about it. And like one I ran this morning that I won't even tell you about, I wasn't that excited about it. I tried it on and I was like, oh, this feels actually really good. I'm surprised. And then there's other times where you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. And it's not.
And maybe I set myself up too high.
That's what I was gonna ask.
But I don't, like, I feel like I can temper that with, I don't know, an honest opinion.
Yeah.
All right, again, this comes out July 15th for $160. You can pick it up at the shop link down below if you still want to. Sorry, Saucony. Sorry if you really were excited about this shoe. I wanted to say,
I think they'll sell plenty of these, even regardless of our review.
Right.
I mean, people want the checkerboard Endorphin.
It just sucks. Like, what sucks is that this grip is like really fantastic, which I think that if you could just combine this with,
I think it's just too. Lighter. Could it be too much rubber? Is that what's weighing this down?
I don't know.
Because this PWRRUN PB is the same stuff that's in the Speed, which is lighter.
It's so much of it though, and I don't know if it's part of the upper could be stripped out. I don't know. It's just lose some weight, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even though this probably isn't your favorite review of ours, you can still subscribe to the channel and turn on that little bell to get alerts.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune into the Drop podcast. Because maybe check us out on Instagram.
Eventually, there's going to be a shoe review that you won't want to miss.
Yes.
And we will put that on there, and you will get a notification.
And you'll be like, how come I didn't get it? And you're going to be like, you didn't have the notification on. Sorry, sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's a good time to sign up for Grit. We're almost sold out. I think we're at 75, 80% full. It's going to be fun. You can check out believeintherun.com/grit to find out more information.
/grit, as I like to say.
Yeah.
Not real.
I / you /
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean back.
Yeah.
/ All right. That's it.
Awesome. By the way, I think that's the only time that I've been trail running with someone where they've fallen and twisted their ankle more times than I did.
You should come trail running with me more often.
Okay.
I mean, literally, I feel like every trail review, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I sprained my ankle this like 3 times, but
I snapped an ankle.
I will say, this is how I can tell if a shoe's like extra unstable. Like, if it's unstable, I'm gonna roll my ankle like 3 times. If I don't roll my ankle at all, that's how I know it's.
You're like, this is the best. This is the best trail shoe ever. I didn't fall.
I love that Thomas didn't pick up this shoe because he didn't want to get his hands all dirty with the dirt on it.
Yeah.
I was like, why is Thomas holding the shoe the whole time? I was like, oh, because he doesn't want to get all muddy though.